Alright, welcome to a bit of an ad hoc stream. Got a little bit of time, so I thought, why not stream something? And there was this guy who gave me options, so I told him I'm gonna build Lego. The set has been sitting here for a while, so I wanna carry on. We won't finish it today. I think, yeah, you can't see it. There's a box, I'll grab it in a second, with more parts in it. This is indeed not your Patreon game. I don't have 2 hours, actually. I've got less because I have a meeting at 3 and I need to do some stuff beforehand. I thought, 1.5 hours sounds like a good idea to do a Lego stream. I haven't had this setup in a while, so I might adjust some things later. We'll see. Let's see. Put this all to the side. I've got a few bags of, general parts here that we won't need. Got a mast. Where are we? We were at step 5. 5. I don't think I have a bag 5 here. 8 and 9. We've got 9 there too. Oh, that's not right. We were further than that. Oh, I think my girlfriend took that out and put it back in the wrong place. Yeah, there's Strudel. Had we already built this? Because we did this for sure. Because yeah, we have this for sure. Baz base. I don't think Baz is a pirate, but I might be wrong there. Yeah, so we built this already. So I have done 6 already. Yeah, she put it back in the wrong place. Got the pig. This we haven't built yet. Here we go. So we're gonna start with bag 8. That's good because I have 8 here. So I hope everyone's doing okay. I've got a bit of a chaotic day today. I'm trying a new protocol that I'm not sure will work at all, and I basically, it's gonna be fucked no matter what, because the original steps are hours long. I think the step 1 is basically 12 hours long, and I don't have 12 hours. Because I kind of have to finish it today and tomorrow. So yeah, it's great. My arm still aches from the jab yesterday. That is not great either. It's not awful. I can lift, I can use the hand and the arm, but it's not comfortable, It's not like I'm sitting here jumping for joy at the muscle aches. Alright, let's go build some more pirate stuff. Anyway, hope everyone else is doing okay. Let me check the camera. My hair isn't too in the way. I think the focal length is still set to max. Getting the jab is preventing you from getting your day. Yeah, what a shame that is, right? A friend of mine, she got the jab as well. And she did some water polo yesterday, and she said it worked fairly well, and that she didn't feel too much afterwards. But when I got home yesterday, I basically fell asleep again. It wasn't great. I was very, very tired. It was really weird because I slept fine, etc. Right, but I came home, my arm ached, and I basically fell asleep. Tidy up your hair. My hair is not tidy. I'm not sure if you can see. It's super long. I have not been to a hairdresser in about a long time, so don't you worry about that. Don't you worry. Yeah, I've got a meeting later today. It's going to be the final the final one for my thesis, so I'm fairly happy with that. At least that is completely done. What else? Yeah, I've got what is it again? But yeah, those are the experiment I was talking about, right? It needs like a ton of very long steps. I just don't have time for that because I only have 2 days. I'm kind of doing everything. What do you say that? We call it not the fingerwerk. What finger work? We're doing it a little bit, off the books. Baxter Nitro finally becoming the master. Nah, I've gotta finish his internship first for that. But I'm working on it. I'll lower that. Yeah, to be precise, I'm doing some protein precipitation, and the original protocol said reflux while boiling in 5% potassium hydroxide for 6 hours, then wash it, and then do it again. And I don't have 12 hours to do a potassium hydroxide wash. I have 3. So basically squinting my eyes and doing the protocol half-baked, but I found like 5 or 6 protocols that each did it slightly differently. So I think it doesn't matter anyway. And while in the protocol they used actual fungi fruiting bodies, which is it's the part you eat, right? Those are the fruiting bodies. But I don't have that. I have a slightly different thing, I guess you could call it. So it should work. It should work without it. Or should work with a shorter amount of time. Where is the 1x1 brick with a stud on the side? So I just have ones without studs on the side. Here we only have 2. Don't do drugs in the lab, kids. But I do a lot of drugs. A lot of them. No. And the morning was fine. I woke up very early. And it's just a bit of a chaotic day. Then I went to uni. And apparently a new PhD student started. And they moved all my stuff without telling me. They didn't, it was a bit weird. Because I came in, like, where's my stuff? And he's like, I don't know. I'm like, oh, wait, here it is. It's like put in a box to the side. And he's like, yeah, well, you shouldn't have been there. I was like, yeah, but I asked. I asked for goddamn. I asked to use this, and I was told you can, and then I'm told, like, oh, you can't? It's very annoying. And then there was more stuff in the box, a few scalpels, which you shouldn't just leave about. And the guy was like, oh, you shouldn't have done that. I'm like, it's not mine. It's not my fault. I'm a little bit annoyed about that, but oh well. You're doing the threads, right? You would not want me to do 12 hours of that for a damn portobello. Yeah, so that's the thing. In the protocol, they were actually using cut up chunks of fungi, and I have mycelium threads. But regardless, I don't have 12 hours. I can do it in theory, but I don't have the time today. Okay, in theory I could do that today, but afterwards, I need to put it. Afterwards, I need to put it in an acid solution for 3 hours, and then I need to put it into an overnight step in a dialysis bag against just deionized water. So it's a lot of very long steps, and that kind of already tells me this is just not a feasible protocol to use. But I really want to try it because I think it'll be very nice to do. So I basically have to cut corners like I'm playing freaking Eurobeat to actually get this to work. Because in theory I can finish the protocol today and tomorrow. Because tomorrow evening, Shadow's coming. And yeah, sure, I could tell him to, you know, just wait in the corner while I finish my experiments. But I just don't want... I'm technically not even allowed to get into the lab on Saturday on my own. Getting shit for somebody else's mistakes is just a job experience. Yeah, but the thing is, I'm not, like, included in mailing lists, because I'm, like, only half part of the group. So... you're literally being left out, but that's like a logistical thing, fine, right? But it's also, it's just frustrating. I know it's not very uncommon, but still, I can complain about it. But it'll be fine. I'm gonna talk with a professor on Monday. I talked about it a bit yesterday on stream. I'm gonna talk to a professor on Monday about a PhD position. Like I mentioned, that the professor that I talked to last week didn't go for me. C'est la vie. I actually saw the guy that did actually get through today, I think. At least I thought it was him, but... But yeah, I'm gonna talk to a professor from biophysics on Monday. That'll be interesting. She does work with MRI contrasting agents. So, and I kind of liked the NMR stuff that I did when I had class about it. So, it'll be fun. She actually had a PhD topic on the WUR site. But in true WUR fashion, they already found someone for that, and they just forgot to remove it. Like, hey, thank you. I didn't apply for it, though. Fuck no. I just sent an email to the professor, like, hey, can we chat about this? I don't know what the exact best way of doing these things would be, because I don't know. But my intuition says that if the professor is at the WUR, at the university, it's just better to go by and just talk to them. Because otherwise I would have applied, I would have been told, we're done, have fun, and that would be it. And now it's like, oh yeah, I'm sorry, you know, it's no longer available, but you can still come by and we'll talk about your interests. So, we'll see. But she's working on, the topic itself was about developing new contrasting agents for MRI. I don't know if she's going to be doing more work on that, but we'll see. We shall see. I always have my backup in Dresden, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure I want to go to East Germany, man. I won't say I would rather go to New Zealand because the pay is shit there, but I'd rather go to New Zealand. Then we put you on. Slowly starting to look like a real boat. Oh, fuck. So the idea with this set is that you can actually take off the parts. I don't know if you can see them. Like there's the midsection here. We're gonna build the front and the aft now. You can take them all off and like click them back together to actually get the boat back. If I go to East Germany, we can go to Baz. Baz actually did send me a few. He did actually send me a few openings that they had at the Max Planck Institute nearby. I have taken a look at them. The issue with Germany is like the same with East Germany. Actually, is the pay. It's just not good. Yeah, just have more money. That would be very nice. Why don't you help me with that there, C-Fusion? Should I have a poll on stream for the next LEGO set so we can dump some bits into that? Oh. Says he wants people to live in the mooch up his money. Yeah, I'm sure that's what he meant with that when he said it. That's exactly the gist that I got. Why go to Baz when you can go to the US and die of Rona? I got my first jab. I'm much less likely to die of the Rona now. unironically, I think in America you're less likely to die now if you're in the right spots where a lot of people are vaccinated. Wants many hugs. Baz is a guy who's more of the remote kind of affection, but I'm sure my kind words will reach him someday. Have a penny. Thank you, Sea Fusion. That'll buy me a tenth of a Lego brick. I'd rather not have hugs. I don't want to die of the Rona. I mean, Baz is not going to get vaccinated, which don't entirely agree with his reasons. He's not an anti-vaxxer, but still. Could be worse. He could be Jake. That guy's actually an anti-vaxxer. Well, okay, I think he is just an idiot, but... yeah, he's mostly just an idiot. Bloody hell. No, Baz is not an anti-vaxxer. He's just not vaccinated yet. Because I was under the understanding that Germany was actually doing pretty alright with their progress, but that's actually not true. What am I missing here? Oh, I did these the other way around. I see. No. Yeah, I just missed one. Okay. Well, that's the thing, Strudel. It's a bit weird because on the one hand, yes, that is what he's doing. On the other hand, Germany is just being very slow in general. Because I know that even people who do want to get it can't really do it. Not being an asshole and skipping the queue to go to a... well, I'm not skipping any queue, so... You're not entirely wrong with me in particular, but I'm not skipping any queue. Yeah, exactly. Like, the prioritizations are gone. Anyone can get a vaccine right now in Germany, but you can't really get one. Yeah, the capacities aren't being filled, though. From what I heard from Mr. Worm, is that actually getting a vaccine isn't that easy. But then again, the situation might be different between Göttingen and Hamburg, because Hamburg is a giant city. Yeah, exactly. Like it's your reasoning is perfectly fine. It's 5 in total and a half. Cool. Eligible in November. Look at this loser, not living in a country that actually has vaccines. Skip the entire queue by calling yourself an educator. Wow. Yeah, no, as far as I can see, we're doing pretty alright with our vaccination, but we're in like the fairly early days and we're opening up a lot of groups to actually get vaccinated. So we will have to see if we actually hit a dry spell. I hope we don't. Because the kids aren't the problem. The biggest issue are like the anti-vaxxer boomers and middle-aged women that don't want to get vaccinated. To be vaccinated in September at least, yeah. But Baz, if you want to get jabbed, if you need to be ready in September, when are the elections? Are they October? Because you need to remember that between the first and the second jab there will be a month, and after the second jab you need 2 weeks. September, yeah, then you need to get jabbed in mid-July or end of July, the latest, basically. The problem are essential workers, they need to get vaccinated. We had that quite a while ago, but it's a bit of a weird one. Because if you work in the hospitals, you of course got a vaccination, right? But like my little brother who works at a supermarket hasn't gotten a vaccination yet. And I'd say give those people it first, but you know, we all do it with age brackets. It's also why we're still filling everything, and I'm kind of worried that once we were done with like the fresh 18-year-olds who want to get vaccinated, we're just gonna hit a ceiling as sooner than we want to. Because there are too many bloody nut jobs out there that don't want to get vaccinated. Or just like, oh, I don't want it unless I really, really need it. And like, yeah, but that's not the point. Like, no individual really, really needs it, unless, of course, they have extreme circumstances like being at higher risk. It's about the whole damn population, and by like putting up these kind of arguments, you're being a selfish asshole. And this is, you know, happening all too often. Even in my direct, well, not my direct, friend circle, whatever you want to call it, but my sister's, no, not my sister, some family of Ava probably won't get vaccinated. You hear people like Jake as well, who just don't give a shit, really. Those are frankly the worst. They kind of see why they just don't care. They don't even have misguided foundings, just idiots. But yeah, I fear that a lot of Western countries will suffer from that. And like, we're not even a country like Japan where there actually have been accidents with vaccines. No, we're a bloody Western country where it barely goes wrong. Anyway, I'm glad that Ava's getting a vaccine and Hannah is as well. And that at least we'll have a little bit more freedom of movement. Not that I'll make a huge amount of use of it, but at least we aren't India. India needs a lot of vaccines, but how is their stance against them? Because I don't know how other countries look against those. We aren't India yet. Because our vaccine willingness is not high, but it's not less either. Oh yeah, the Delta variant. Like they need a fuck ton of vaccines. That's for damn sure. But I mean, they're predicting that in Europe, half of all cases in July will be the Delta variant. It's already the case in Britain, I think. I mean, they're on the rise, and they're on the rise hard. Yeah, exactly, Sea Fusion. I thought you were talking in that regard, but India being very rural, being huge, having poor, being a poor country in general, and with having all the awful variants, just means it's a giant, well, we call it a fire hazard, brandhaard. Probably in India they're getting vaccinated, but the virus keeps spreading faster. Yeah, but there's no way. I think the issue. Oh yeah, I remember. Modi is being an absolute giant shit lord. It's like, oh yeah, don't worry. You can have religious festivals. Don't worry about that. You know, corona all over the place. You can go congregate in the thousands and more on streets and celebrate some religious thing. Like, I'm fine. Like, sure, go. You know, you shouldn't be stopped from practicing your religion, but maybe don't encourage this kind of shit when there's a huge pandemic going on. Everyone in the country could be 100% on board with vaccines, and it wouldn't. Yeah, no, you're right, but that's not their issue then. Because I was wondering if you were talking about that or about, well, everything else. Because like I said, I wasn't sure about the vaccine approval stuff in India. Geez, shit that was going on in the US. Yeah, that was fucking insane. Just giant church congregation. They had the exact same issue. The fact that you had a president that at the time was also dismissing all fears didn't really help. Let's see. Almost done with the step. Population isn't dense enough. Yeah, if we would have had similar situations here in the Netherlands, it would have been really, really bad. And it will be. I fully suspect we're gonna have a third wave in September / November. I fully expect it. Because the thing is that vaccinations aren't they help a lot, right? But we're not going to be vaccinated enough that we're going to be untouchable, I guess you would call it. Every time we loosen regulations, yeah, and we're like removing all the fucking regulations here in the Netherlands. It's idiotic. Like, a lot of other countries are looking at us and going like, "What the fuck they doing over there?" Because, like, sure, we're in a downtrend, but we're removing them insanely fast. Cafes gonna be fully open from the 26th, which is 2 days from now. They are removing. They're removing the mask mandate, except in situations where you cannot keep 1.5 meter. God, there's so much more. No longer need masks in contact contact jobs like hairdressers. So when you're sitting down, you no longer need to wear a mask. The goal for the wave to be small enough to be negligible. Yeah, but it's going too fast. It's going a little bit too fast, right? And I think, as always, the Dutch. You have a face. There's no marking on this face. Our beautiful libtards in charge don't give a shit. They want the economy to get going because they know that they are losing. The people are losing faith in them as well. So I have a feeling that it's a very political move. I think I got a misprinted head. There's no face on it. I think it's a Ooh. No, never mind. Bah. I got a proper head. I got ahead of myself. Sword. Now I get the economy going, not having COVID. The economy here is recovering faster than they expected, but I mean, kind of not a surprise. People are clamoring to spend money at the moment because they want to go on holiday and ride and do stuff. So, political move. Why do you think Trump kept screaming about the stock market going up even though the economy was 100% going down? Yeah, because he's an idiot. Well, no, he's not an idiot, but he knows exactly what he was doing. It's like, no, look, the economy, it's going better. Woohoo! When, like, people are being pushed into poverty. Hey there, Erkun. Yeah, it's a very nice set. It's an idea set. There's some more over there. God, this kind of hurts. Lifting my arm to actually rotate the camera. There you go. But yeah, it's frustrating because the Dutch government is kind of collapsing. Or, well, we don't have a government, technically speaking. But the formation is kind of going down the shitter. So they wanna get some good political goodwill in. And the fucking worst part is that it's working. Right? Like, the people don't give a shit about all the crap that the current or previous government technically pulled. You got 150k, you can do a dictator stream. Just gotta redeem the reward words. Where is it? Just know that the actual redemption will be at some other point in time. Not like you're streaming my stuff. Why is everyone so hung up about that? You'll get it, don't worry. I streamed Landstalker 2 days ago. You can't complain. You never stream my crap, except for Tuesdays. Well, most Tuesdays and most Saturdays. Lean more nudging to see. Sure, give me a second. If you want to see my baldness, go ahead. Got a bit too much hair, even. It's a bit too long. It's reaching down to my chin. It's over my bloody chin at this point. Imagine having non-Duplo Legos. Yeah, surprise, surprise, you can buy those. Dutch-only Zelda. I know someone else was suggesting that. That would be torture for a lot of other people. You're missing 2 hours from last week by now. I will count. I mean, the kind of idea was there that it basically meant that everyone was missing 2 hours. You did. I'm not sure I wanted to do that. See, Fusion just got a curling iron and it looks short when it's long. Now, everyone missed a week now, or 1 week. I'm not very happy about that, but I really just don't have the time to catch up. Cause like, man, I don't know. Like, the current schedule is barely manageable, but it leaves barely any time for catch-ups. And it's been like, on the one hand, I kind of want to lower the load. On the other hand, it's not terrible. On the other hand, if I do want to fix it, how do I do it? Like, I can't tell people... Well, I can, but I don't want to tell people, get fucked, I'm gonna half your time. Have the time you get. You could do it slowly. Yeah, that's the plan. But it means that, like, I need... It's a fine balance between stuff, right? And I also want to do other stuff at a half hour very soon. But I can't really do that much. I can do it slowly, but... It's an idea, at least. That's true. Just quit everything and become a streaming hermit. You will pay me, but you probably won't. Not sleeping. I'm not gonna do that. There's a guy at our local Magic the Gathering place always reminds me of you. No idea why. Maybe air of affable incompetency you both have. You wound me, hamster. I have some air of competency. Just tell Bass to get fucked and cancel its re-entering. Yeah, see, I'm not doing that. Strange, right? Let's see. A bunch of you. Single one. Oh, like that's one of the things I really enjoy doing, is streaming with Baz. And it's something we've been doing for quite a while as well. But like the JJMPs are done for now, and I won't. If there's one in very soon, I will not join it. You are not enjoying... Oh, no, I am enjoying your games. Don't get me wrong. If I was truly having an awful time for an extended period of time, I just would tell you. I mean, you're the guy who keeps telling me, oh, you don't like Thea, you can just not play it. And I keep telling you, I do actually enjoy that. Weird, right? Like, Shadow's games are absolutely atrocious, but they're fairly short. And he usually just tells me you can just drop it after one session if it's actually unstomachable. But most of them are just memes. They're not full. At least now we have cheese to enjoy. Bet you weren't going to be streaming. No, I thought so as well, but I got a bit more time today than I thought, because I had like 3 hours of mushroom cooking. I'm doing just fine. Well, the thing is, Frank, I am very experienced with shit games. I'm the guy who voluntarily plays CDI Zelda, don't you know? Just make Shadow's game this week him playing terrible games to you live on camera. Ah, man. His game was yesterday. Or, sorry, Wednesday. Wait, man, Tuesday. Natural Missile liking wheat bread with some Dutch sprinkles. The Dutch is absolutely atrocious, but it does make it kind of fun. It is an improvement, that's for sure. I believe you only they to delay birth of the Federation. Not really. I haven't thought about birth of the Federation at all since you first mentioned it. You're the fungi. Yes, I am indeed the fungi. Yeah, it's boiling, literally boiling for once in potassium hydroxide for a few hours. And in about an hour, a little bit less than an hour, I'm gonna go back, replace it with hydrochloric acid, and then boil that for 3 more. Is it 3 more hours? Shadow and Nitro Cheese Stream. That's Funk. I haven't heard from Funk in a long time, unfortunately. I've last spoken to him, say, about 2 years ago, when we were talking about me visiting him for summer that year, which didn't go on due to Corona. I'm sure. I think he's fine. He was looking to get some help around that time, so he's like not dead as far as I know. I can see he's online on Steam every once in a while, but he didn't respond to my messages, unfortunately. Such is life. Maybe I'll try again in a while if I have another holiday. Actually, wasn't I gonna go to Isla this year? I don't remember. Maybe. Did you get drunk and I kept my hands off of him. Don't you worry about that. I had a great time when I visited him in Glasgow, despite it being Glasgow. We'll see. I'm not Worm. I'm not gonna keep badgering him. I'll probably send him a message again at some point. Are you sure? I think the 3 of us slept together and I took the wall side. Did we sleep in the same bed? I think so. I think it's possible. Or did I sleep on the couch that night? I really don't remember. That was years ago. Keep it in your pants, Loki. Yeah, I've got everything here. No, I need one of the pegs. Here we go. Still amazed me. The most competent thing Archive did was lead us to Jake's house, and he was still off by. Well, that's impressive because, to be fair, that entire neighborhood looks very identical. Need another. Go. Oh, look, it's an error. Huh. So they have this thing on top here. They mention it in this step, but it's put on here. Bloody hell. I wonder when Monica... Oh god. Can you imagine that was an alt from one of the people who visited, who wrote that? Good lord. Now he doesn't remember his first 3-way. It was a very, very hot night. Well, to be fair, it was better than Zwar snoring next to me. Good lord. That guy can snore. I remember Feck actually going to sleep outside to escape that. Or was it Nikki? I think it was Nikki, actually, who Fega escaped. Anything else? Yeah, we're building a pirate ship. There's no errors in LEGO instructions. Well, apparently, there's actually errors every once in a while. They're not that bad. I can show you in a second what it looks like. Actually, went out to buy. Yeah, what was he thinking? Like, what was it, 5 in the morning? The guy goes, "Yeah, I went out to buy socks and I couldn't find any." He's like, "What do you expect? It's like a Sunday night." It wasn't even 5 a.m. It was much earlier, I think. To be fair, Nikki is English. He's very weird. Yeah, so I've got some parts over here already built. It's a pirate ship. The end goal is this. I think a lot of people actually had issues because they didn't have credit cards, or not the right card with paying. I don't remember. It couldn't have been worse than those goddamn fries and pizza that we ordered very late. That took like 7 hours to actually arrive. Doesn't look like the Lego part. I know. Where's the racing car? How much did this Lego set cost in terms of CC killed Link? How much do you want to charge per use of that? I think it's like it's like $1. So, a lot of them, that's for damn sure. $150. Okay, slightly less, but still quite a few. This is an idea set, and they're never all that cheap. But they're not terrible either. I was actually thinking about visiting Sweden in summer. It was actually surprisingly cheap to head over from Jutland, from northern Jutland to Stockholm. It's only like $40. But I couldn't visit Mike because he has other obligations around that time. So I might visit later. Let's see. You're welcome, Evan. Get on there. Yep. Booger. There we go. Where's the other corner piece? Here. How many Lings died for this? It's 150 is the total cost. Over 150, like 200? I think 200 Lings. Your second jab. Nice. Yeah, I'll get mine in a month or so. I got my first one yesterday. So it's about 4 to 8 weeks till you get the second one here. Even though when I'll be able to go to Europe again. I don't know if your vaccine will be accepted. I suspect it will be. I assume you're getting the Russian one when you get one. In Europe, travel's going to be relaxed from like a few days, actually, I think from 1st of July. I don't want to get the main Russian one. I wouldn't blame you. Gonna sue Nitro for misleading people by using the doctor in his name without the required certification. Give me 4 years, damn it. I'm working on it. Like I mentioned earlier, I'm gonna talk to a professor next week. I hope soon I'll actually have a position secured for October. But yeah, I don't know when we're opening up things. It's a bit vague. As Shadow noticed, and I noticed when I was helping him. The European Union is being shit at organizing this. Because every single country can have their own admission requirements. So it's not centralized at all, making it extremely chaotic. I suspect Russia will take a while. Because, I mean, we did put America on it now, but it does require you to be vaccinated. I'll be a doctor in 4 years. Chop chop, I'll be one at the same time. What the UK, the government. Yeah, no, that's not really their fault. It's only mostly their fault. But we're gonna have the same happen when the Indian variant hits us hard. And it's really only test when you got your jabs. We're gonna have the same here, and it's actually gonna be in Europe. It's probably gonna be the standard. You no longer need to get tested when doing things. Because, for example, Shadow was looking at the entrance requirements for Czechia and for the Czech Republic. and they were saying you either need to get like tested or have a vaccine that you've had at least 2 weeks at the date you enter the country, something like that. Funnily enough, they actually put on their list that you need to have an EU-administered vaccine, where my response to that would be, that's stupid, because the Americans are getting jabbed with the exact same vaccine that we do. But I kind of get what they're going for, because I wouldn't trust the Chinese and Russians either, but, I mean, just put like Pfizer and Moderna there, and AstraZeneca and Johnson, and you'll be fine. So you haven't actually started your doctorate yet. And still would seem you've been using the doctor type. I've been using the doctor thing for years. It started in a really stupid way. A friend was like, oh, hey, I need some people to put a doctor in front of their name. And like, we need... I don't remember exactly what it was for. And so I did it, and I was like, sure, I wanted to change my username anyway. Because the handle that I use after Nijitram, it's not that uncommon that it's actually available everywhere. So I was like, I already need something else to make it a little more unique. And that did the ticket, so I kept it. And afterwards the guy was like, you can remove it. I'm like, yeah, I know, I'm not going to. I'll keep it. I like it. Just a 2 break. Well, then be a doctor commenting I abandoned. Yeah, I mean, for me, it's because I like doing it, but it's all personal, of course. Because it's bad with the Delta one, it's because the UK is desperate for a trade deal, so they delayed shutting that route down. I mean, you also have just a large Indian diaspora too, so it's not a very big surprise. And of course, the UK was going very well, so you eased up a lot, and the exact same I'm fearing will happen here. It happened to you, is you open up. You get hammered by a new variant, and then you're like, wait, fuck, shit, we have to close up again. And then you're, sitting there with, as the Dutch would say, a mouth full of teeth. I assume those count, though. Well, so the actual listing said an EU-administered vaccine. So if you say I was vaccinated in America with Pfizer, like, some idiotic official might say, oh, we don't accept that, booger off, which would suck, of course. Because the site is really not clear about that. Russian vaccine is worse against Indian variant. There's a lot of vaccines that aren't as good against the variants, it seems. It seems that the mRNA versions are the best, and the classical versions are worse. So, there you go. It's also one of the reasons why I prefer having an mRNA one, despite being able to get a Johnson & Johnson, aka a Johnson vaccine, earlier. Be fully vaccinated earlier. Sputnik goes poorly for people with allergies. That's surprising, and that would suck. Americans can buy a piece of paper to save Vex. Well, the thing is, is it accepted here? That's the thing. Because it would be a bit of a hassle for Shadow to get tested everywhere. We kept getting Indians tested negative with the virus when they came here. Ah, God. Those are probably these Indian doctors, which are corrupt as fuck. I think Euro 2020 will cause another wave of lockdowns. It wouldn't surprise me. I think it's been going fairly well here in Amsterdam. Very interesting to actually having bars open. We've got bars open too. It's not a good idea, but it's the way it is. I hope not. I'd like at least the EU to pull through. They did good considering. No, it's gonna become terrible. And I fully expect another wave come September when the Delta variant becomes dominant here. AstraZeneca, I think that's a normal variant as well. Johnson & Johnson, yeah. Well, it's Johnson & Johnson, which is American, was made by the Dutch in Leiden, so it's Johnson here, and don't you tell me otherwise. When I send my documents to Canada begging them to take me away, will they require a vaccine or they allow me to get stabbed there? I suspect they, if it's for work travel, for like immigration type stuff, for what you're going to be doing basically, they'll probably just require a negative test, but don't quote me on that. Since most non-essential travel can be done with just a negative result. How's that going, actually? I know you were thinking about going to the Netherlands as well, but Canada's probably a better choice. Spend 2 weeks in isolation, go clubbing here, yeah. What is it like? You have to pay like $5,000 and it's all booked full till I don't know, next bloody year. Let's see what. No mingling with it. Yeah, but that's the same in bars here, I think. But although, I say that, but we have nightclubs open, so you can go French a random girl if you want in the bar, and no one will stop you. 5k New Zealand. Oh, that's disgustingly expensive. Would be hilarious though. To immigrate, you need a vaccine, but we don't accept any vaccines for you. I mean, that's. Man. It wouldn't surprise me, though. We're gonna get some really stupid crap in the transition period later this year with that. Thinking Poland, USA, Canada, Japan, or Australia, New Zealand. I will probably go to New Zealand at some point. I'd like to. My parents went there. My sister was there for a long time. She's coming back fairly soon. I'd like to visit it. Basically, crash on Jingo's couch for a week. I think our bars close at 8 now. They closed at 10 earlier, and first it was 6, then 10, and now it's till whatever. Till late. It started happening when I got my diploma from the plus of my uni, so I could translate it rather than not do it before July 15th. Oh, I'm not rich at all. The chance of me actually going to New Zealand are very, very slim. At least not until I get a job. Which I'm working on it. What's putting me off New Zealand, though? Well, that's rude. The crashing and Jingo's making a room in the bed. I ain't sleeping on no couch. That's the joke. Now I'll sleep on Strudel's place next to his parents, and drink all his chocolate milk. How does this connect? Oh, it's supposed to go down. Huh. Not entirely sure what that's meant to represent, but we'll see in a second, I suspect. I'm not rich owns. Oh, I see. It's bendy. It's not 50 grand of Lego. It's more like 5. Not sure. I don't count because I don't want to. You know mushrooms, and I know some people that would like some, so I'm gonna hook you up. I don't think you should eat the mushrooms I make. Just the bloody acid alone will not do you very well. There are no rooms in Strudel's bed. I doubt you would kick the sheep out. Isn't that a lovely lady? When did you ever own that part of Hungary, though, Dark Young? You should have stayed on the Isles. No, I don't think Lego ever made a figurine with boobs, and if they did, I would be very surprised. JJ doesn't count. Bloody JJ declaring war on me, and then not expecting Spam coming over and slapping the shit out of him. Actually had to have Max join to even stand a chance, and they weren't even winning that. Bingo bongo, don't come to the Congo. JJ is JJ. That's about all I can say there. No. The single worst ally is Urkran. Sorry. No, Andarius, my bad. That's the guy. The single worst ally is Andarius. Not Urk, my bad. I mixed you guys up. Urk was great, yeah, I mixed them up. That's my fault. No, I was talking about Andarius. Urk was a trooper in the MP. So we'll get our anchor. By great, I mean loyal. I mean, he helped me against Killua quite a bit. I really appreciated that. It was basically what kept me alive in that part of the game. Well, alive, it kept me from stagnating and dying. Because that's the worst thing you can do. Losing to you in that 1v1 kinda yeesh. That whole war he lost because of my higher professionalism, which I got because in the game that Adri subbed for me, it was like the first round when it was a doll that was actually fairly stable. So he spent a lot of time just pumping up professionalism and pumping up the other stuff as well. He buying down inflation. It was really, really good. Kept me going for quite a while longer. That actually turned out to be useful in the end, sort of. The frustrating part was that because I was always lagging behind a bit, I never really had the manpower to actually stand up to people in any significant capacity, which is kind of frustrating. I need to grab 2 of these and some wire. Did you poke Ava? No, I'll text her in a second. I'll do it once I'm done here. So pumping professionals the first 20 years. I wasn't there the first 50 years of the game or so. And turns out the AI ain't that good. I need to grab more bags. I wish Spam did more. Spam was... I don't know what Spam was doing, man. He was like... First he was like, oh, I'll declare war on Nitro. I'm like, okay, sure, but why? Like, it'll just be a ruffle stomp. He really should have fought against Kaiser, but he didn't. Nice cracked phone, by the way, don't think about it. I actually have a replacement screen somewhere, I just haven't bothered to put it on yet. It's a Nokia 6.1. That's a notified Kaiser or Shadow. I think they did actually fight. Here's 10. 12, 11. Okay. And here 11, 10. Bullying Nitro staple of the community. I mean, you can say what you want about that, but I'm not gonna call it a very honorable fight if you fight me when you're like 4 times the strength or more. No, not Kobe. This is proper Lego. You wanted someone to assault my forts and die in frustration. Well, then you should have fought Urk. But the thing is that there was no... The thing is, that was not what spam was going to do. Because what spam blew bricks... Of course. No, but that's like kind of the issue, right? Like if you wanted... Like, the Malaya player left. Urk fighting against you would have required everyone in Europe to help. That wasn't going to happen. So, it doesn't surprise me that what happened, happened. Says Shinbao has had fun. I don't know, you tell me, because I'm not sure. Needs to be on. So many bloody wires here as well. Are they all the same length? Yeah, they are. Anyway, the MP was fun in the end. It just would have been a lot better. It just would have been a lot better to join the first session, but I just really didn't want to. It wasn't a 4v1. I think the issue there was that it was a stomp. It was a 6v1 at least, yeah, basically. The biggest issue was just that Urk's diplomacy was so ass that it, you know, this kind of was the result from it. I mean, Urk would have just sat on his ass and that's about it. I mean, if he had Europe behind him, probably could have attacked. Let's see. Book. Is this the long one or a short one? It's a short one. No, I'm talking about Urk in a potential war against India. What's the other one? There's only 2 of these, and oh, here's 2. Nope, see, that's the exact issue, right? It's, you know, Andarius just being an absolute dunce in his diplomacy didn't exactly help his case. So when people came for him, you know, all the allies were like, nope, get fucked. We don't care. Like, you tried to backstab basically everyone. Go pound sand. Nice little pirate flag. And now we stick a giant rod up its ass. Yeah, I remember you mentioning that, Young. Like, Pizza mentioning to me if, like, JJ and Secondaries, will you help him? Yeah. Well, the thing is, your diplomacy was fairly neutral, Hamster. Because you weren't belligerent at all. And you put up your borders fairly early. I mean, that was kind of my thing with Eric as well. I was just going to help him at basically all times, even if I did get stomped. Because at the time of the big player wars, my army wasn't big enough. I didn't have the manpower. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 9, 1, 1. Shadow probably could have killed me at some point if Kaiser helped. Yeah, it would have been a bad war of attrition, but it could have been done. Unless you mean earlier, and then, well, of course. It's kind of what I don't like about those MPUs that Spam is talking about. It's how it's very cutthroat. I get why, I just personally wouldn't like it. Okay, I need to actually just push this through. Ooh. No, not after 100 forts. It just would have burned. Oop, there we go. Almost covered my rod. There we go. Finally got my long black rod done. The best thing were the insults and then 25 ducats to follow it up. Those were great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, Spam is very much into tryhard MPs. He's also apparently very bad at listening. But, you know. There we go. Yeah, I don't like getting a ton of gifts, but it was basically what kept me relevant. Thank you there, Strudel. You were a very nice bank. There needs to be a buffer state between Europe and Asia. I mean, that was the Ottomans for the longest amount of time. And the other option would have been Urk. Not per se. The thing is with Persia in particular is that it has very good mountain defensiveness. So if an Asia player forms Persia early, they can actually yeah. Urk would have died without spam. To me, it was super scary. You mean in the very first session? I'm not sure, I wasn't there for that. Yeah, if I had joined earlier, it would have been a lot better. I think the biggest issue in the actual parts that I did play was I probably should have tried to fight the Ottoman and Kilwa when they came for me. In hindsight, that the setback from not having the Matapan gold mines was too big, because it cost me to kind of death spiral. But the thing is, I don't know. I might have death spiraled anyway. It's very difficult to say. Because the lack of money and the lack of manpower would have not been good. But, of course, you know, Urk could have helped there as well. But I was too... The alliance with Urk was too fragile, well, too young at that point, basically, to really say, hey, come do this for me. And at that point, fucking hell. The Ottomans were still very scary as well. I'm just gonna do this like this. Now, stay. Where in session 1, spam would have killed you for fun and to prove whatever spam tries to prove. I don't think spam would have done that then. But, well, it wouldn't surprise me. If it wasn't Hitler, it would have just vassalized you. Yeah, that would have been the... Well, kind of... You're stifling your expansion a bit then, but... It's possible. They send you insults every year. The thing is, you started as Kiwa, right? Kiwa, I think, starts in a better position than the Congo, but I'm not 100% sure. But he was like a one-session joining, and the whole reason we had spam there was to become, like, to provide a bit of resistance against the player, and I would have been that resistance otherwise. Yeah, exactly. Like, Kill was not an allowed pick, so I don't think he would have been allowed to do that then. Oh, hamster, go pound sand. You would have been in Songhai, not Congo. No, that's correct. I would have been... No, you're right. I would have been in Benin. I do not have the right ones. In fact, I need these other ones. switch them over. Switch them over. But from there, Sonoma. No. I would have fairly rushed Congo. Yeah, that would have been my goal. With Max in Sus. If I was in Benin, what I would have done is I would have gone down south, see if I can block Max quickly, and then get south and get to the Matapan Gold. Oh fuck. Because I knew that I wouldn't actually be able to access the rich land up there. So I would have tried to lock down I'm messing up here with my lengths. Let's see. 12 studs. 12 studs. So this is correct. Yeah, the issue they're like 1 stud difference. Well, 2 studs, but still. These are 10. Yeah, so these are 10 length. Oh, there probably would have been plenty of my mistakes. I don't worry about that. But maybe you don't know. It's like a decent chunk of Max's money and power came from the Timbuktu holdings, which were just never touched by anyone ever. Well, besides, of course, the African players who fought there, but by that point he was already strong enough to just swipe them aside. So yeah. And it would have robbed him of a lot of his power base and made him a lot more vulnerable to other players. But it's all what ifs. It's all what ifs. And now I need the very... Oh god, it's like super long. But it was a fun MP regardless. I would have liked a little bit more Kiowa killing at the start, but such is life. Go. Okay, I need one of these sails. But which one? But which one? I think it's this one. Yeah, it's this one. Should maybe start a poll again for the next set, but I'll probably do it the next time I build this set. Does the ship have a Dutch flag? Last time I checked, the Dutch flag wasn't red and white. But I can't blame you for being colorblind. Would have been kind of nice, but I don't think it would be a very good idea to do that. So you need to go on the bottom, and I'm not sure I like that. Because it basically makes this thing unable to stand on its own. Yeah, no weight balances. But I think we need to put it on the island. Yep. They didn't give you 30 play. It would be kind of fun if they did. So, oh, fuck! No, my shark. There we go. It's a nice little crashed ship, which actually is going to be the end of this stream as well, because I have to go. Show it off in a sec. Sorry. Wouldn't be shown. Nope. Unless it was privateering, but even then it would show you normal, different flag. Enjoy the mushrooms. I probably won't. I just hope it hasn't exploded yet, but we'll see. Cheers for watching, everyone. I have another long break today, but I don't think I'll be streaming then, because I actually have a meeting as well. Wait, did I do this correctly? I have a meeting at 3. Boiling hot base. I am actually boiling potassium hydroxide. The next one needs to boil for 3 hours, but I need to put it in soonish. I think I have a little bit longer, actually. Because I have about... I think the timer I put for was 2.5 hours, but it needs to boil for 3. Can go a bit longer. And that timer is almost 50 minutes on it. The meaning is... Yeah, I actually have a little bit more time. Huh. Minutes and it took me 20. Yeah, I've got a bit more time actually. Miscalculated by a bit. Oh well, we can do one more bag, I guess. Let's see Fusion's Patreon game while he sleeps. Well, like I said, I have the meeting at that point, so I doubt I'll actually be able to stream anything. I also need to work probably a bit on my lab journal. I did do a bit of work this morning, but not a lot. Not as much as I had to, because working on a lab journal fucking sucks. Yeah, but then this will be the last bag I do. Especially because I'm working for like a startup. So I have to like, it needs to be readable by other people, and force the young get killed. Get everyone killed off again. Young actually awake enough to stream. I didn't actually get that idea. I mostly got the idea that it was half brain dead. Oh, I've got another 20 minutes or so before I leave. You can cry well that and get it out of the way. I have not slept yet, no. See, that's not a very smart thing, in my opinion, but then again, you're a grown adult, I think. So you do you. I don't think I will either. Such a very, very smart thing to do. Where is your mustache, my friend? Here it is. The last time I did an all-nighter was, I think, Cyberpunk release. Yeah, I don't think I've done one in a while. But then again, if I was sleep deprived in the lab, I would kick myself out. So, yeah, it's not a good idea when you're working with semi-dangerous chemicals. All nights are less possible when you have work. Yeah, or when you have pseudo work to do. I don't want to break this, so I have to put you here. Just working you. Nothing you have is dangerous. It depends on your definition of dangerous, and I still wouldn't per se like to work with highly concentrated bases and acids when I'm sleep deprived. When you have a kilogram of azidoazides, then complain. I have actually worked with some very dangerous azides, but that was in my bachelor. You know, the funny stuff that really likes to make explosives. It's great. We're in a factory making giant wind turbines. Man, all a bunch of idiots. Right. Thank you. With so much caffeine from energy, I can hear the blood rush through my... Yeah, that's very safe. Sodium azide. No, it wasn't the sodium azide. Something else. I think it was... God, I don't remember. It was some N3, I think. I think it was some kind of N3 compound. But I don't recall exactly. You love that feeling? The feeling of an imminent heart attack? People are weird. Weird, I tell you. I don't drink energy drinks that often. I did actually grab some a few days ago because it was free at the supermarkets. 4 cans of Red Bull for nothing. It was better when they were doing a promotion for the Red Bull Esports League here, and they stuck a can to every single post box, and they had like a bunch left over. They just put them on the ground, so I just thought, fuck it, I just grabbed like a ton, with like 6 or 7 cans of Red Bull in my fridge for free. Might have been more even. Like 2 cups of coffee per day is fine. That's about the amount I drink. I drink a bit more when I'm at uni because it's free and easy. When I'm at home, it's a bit too much of a hassle to make a ton. Because what I usually do is that I make like 1.5 to 2 cups, and then I drink one and let the other become cold because I'm working or streaming or whatever. I much prefer those where you make cups, well, you make it by cup, so you waste less. I have 3 in the morning already. I had 2 today. Probably have 1 more when I get to uni. Actually, first put up the solution, then have a coffee, then go downstairs for the meeting, go back up, I know, jerk off for 2.5 hours, and then put it up to on a dialysis. Ah, crap! I need to actually grab the right dialysis bag. One of the things I really hate. I have to figure out which dialysis bag I need, and if we have it even. Because the university is extremely chaotic in that regard. But I think I have Nano Whiskers. See, Fusion, I very much appreciate it, but the hot chocolate is free at university. I do appreciate it, however, of course. Yeah, I need to take a look at what size of molecule I'm trying to get rid of. The ones I need is pretty big, so I can put it pretty high anyway. Wait. Oh! I didn't even notice that. Sorry. Look, it's a very nice TV, though. I didn't. I didn't notice that. Make that 150 and buy one. I will. I will. Where's the other? Here we go. I got a good coffee machine with real beans. See, that's what I want, but I have a filter. I don't like it a lot, but it's cheap, and I'm a student, so I'll probably just go the full mile and buy an espresso machine once I move into my own place. Or, well, move into a proper place, not this student room that I have with so little room, leg room under my table. I actually have to move the Lego boxes out of the way. You mean yours and Ava's place? We don't know, but it's not unlikely, but we don't know yet. It all depends on what she's going to do as well. Because if she's going to do teaching in Utrecht and I'm going to be doing a PhD here, we'll have to figure that out, basically. Is this correct? It doesn't look correct. Yeah, so you, first of all. Yeah, I've been building this one spot too much backwards. There we go, now it's correct. Come to New Zealand. My mum is a celebrant, so can get you married for free. I think if I would marry in New Zealand, my family would probably kill me, but I'm not sure. Cheers, Mum and Dad. I'm eloping to New Zealand with Ava so we can get married for free. And then leave again. We'd spend more on the bloody plane tickets. Yeah, exactly. Get me a good paying PhD, Strudel, and I might consider it. So I have to follow you and you will buy her an, but I don't want to buy her an index. I'd rather buy her a better one that is not yet released. You're Dutch. You can't resist free stuff. I'm a pragmatic man. I will not pay thousands of euros to fly over just to get a free wedding. Marriage is a sham anyway. Do it for tax reasons. That's about it. Although Eva will probably kill me if she hears that. You want a PhD with a lot of funding? Come to the US. The lowest paying one I saw was about 37k. I'm not sure about your field. The pay here before taxes starts out at 2k a month and goes up to 3.5k a month, I think. In euros. Euros, obviously. So 37k dollars a year, be like 30k, just a little over 2k a month. 24k a year if you have 2k, so it's a little over that. Yeah, they get higher as you progress, you make more near the end. Yeah, that's what I mentioned as well. Like you start out at 2k a month and you go up to 3.5k a month at the end after 4 years. Well, I assume you hit that point earlier, but I don't know. Didn't you say that it was like awful to even get a good funded PhD, Strudel? Also, 48k US, but I guess that's general in the start. I don't know, man. The thing is, even though the pay might be better, the cost of moving is significant. The both emotional and of course cash. I don't particularly want to move. Well, I don't mind it, but or an A+ student is easy, but I'm not an A+ student. I'm like a B at best, I think. I haven't checked my average. Oh, fuck. From GMT +8 to -8, just do it. Yeah, but I have a girlfriend. It does change the situation, no matter how you look at it. The fact that you're all a bunch of lonely neats means it doesn't matter for you. Or, well, matters less. You have parents. I mean, well, fair enough, but do they have a foot in the grave already? If so, fair point. If not, technically more valuable. Not lonely, I have bads. That is true. We are never, none of us are lonely while we have bads in our lives. There we go. Planning a move, it doesn't become easier with kids. No, it very much doesn't, but the kind of issue is that I don't particularly feel a drive to move, and the fact that if Ava can't come with me at the start, we're going to be apart for years, and that just, I don't know. I don't really care for that, nor does she, obviously. With a lack of actual job income, move for better opportunities. You have a point, but it's always you have to consider. Yeah, exactly right. I don't want to just tell her, yo, it was nice for like the 5 years, but I'm gonna move for a PhD. Get fucked. And neither I don't want to like force that choice on her either, because that's just cruel. And I love her enough that I just, don't want to do that. Hot. I need a bottle. Where's my bottle? I need my bottle as a fish. Got a fish. Here's my bottle. My move now will translate into hundreds of thousands, potentially millions more in income through the rest of my life. The thing is, if that's kind of the reason I'm doing a PhD, and the thing is that if I can, like, it's a difficult choice. And the thing is that it's not certain enough for me to even, like, reasonably consider moving to a different country for a PhD. If the opportunity would pose itself, maybe. If someone tells me, hey, I can give you a very well-funded position for a few years, I might consider it. But with, like, a very, very vague possibility of a German one at half pay. Yeah, exactly. Of course I wouldn't move before the offer, but it is something that you need to consider before even, like, searching for it. I'm not a student that gets those kind of offers, right? There's no one walking towards me saying, "Hey, Nitro, here, I'm gonna offer you a job halfway across the world for a fuck ton of money." The thing is, it also depends on what my girlfriend wants, because her education is going to be shorter. And say I think she probably wouldn't mind moving to New Zealand, but to America, she said she just doesn't want to live there. And I can't exactly blame her. And so if I would say, hey, I'm going to accept the position anyway, that would just, that would be GG relationship, pretty sure. If not now, it will be in a few years. Give you a position, it's not in a PhD that involves a lot of salty milk. No, I don't need your sloppy seconds there, Sulu, I'm sorry. Not either, I looked for it. Well, see, I am looking for a PhD position, but it's not like... it's my desire to go abroad at the moment. Personally, I would rather go for that for a postdoc. I think that's more valuable anyway. And because then I'll also know a lot better where Ava is in her life, right? It's what she can / wants to do. Because if she is going to do more education, she can get a job bloody everywhere. Yeah, exactly. Like I'm currently looking for positions here in Wageningen, but I'm probably going to give it maybe a week more or so, and then start applying at places elsewhere. In the Netherlands, that is. I should probably send the message to the professor in Germany about options at least. Here's my pen. Oh no, I'm not restricting myself to just Wageningen, but I am kind of looking to the Netherlands at least. But across the entire continent, but our positions aren't the same, C-Fusion. Like, I will apply to the country, but I'm not going to apply a lot. Maybe, like, Germany West is already fairly a stretch. I just have more times here. And the thing is that the pay in the Netherlands is pretty alright. So it's not like there is a huge incentive to go abroad. Like, if the position is in Germany, there's a good chance it'll pay shit. You get what you put in. I'm not saying I won't put in effort, but there is a difference. Like, I'm not going to apply for things abroad a lot, because that's not what I want to do. It seems a bit futile to do it. I will talk to some people. I know, like I said, a professor in Dresden, and I'm probably going to look and maybe apply for positions in Göttingen, or elsewhere in Western Germany. Where's the other one I'm looking for? That's going to be about it. I do keep an eye open, an ear open, but it's not like I'm actively looking at America. Maybe I should. I don't know how the market is there. I know Strudel mentioned that there's a few fields that there's a shortage in New Zealand that I could get I won't say trivially a position, but I probably could get something there. It's a lot of kind of unknowns. It's like I would prefer to have a position close by, but I'd also would prefer... Yeah, I don't know about... that makes it a little bit more difficult to make comparisons either. I would prefer one close by. I wouldn't mind going a little bit further to get more money, but it needs to weigh up to the negatives. And the thing to, like, moving to the US, I personally wouldn't mind so much. But I know that it basically will put a huge amount of stress on the relationship with Ava. So they're all things to consider. And, like, she doesn't mind East Germany. I kind of do. America's good for one thing. Money. Money. I do like money. It makes a lot of things a lot easier. But it won't be worth ruining my relationship for. Like, I could, in theory, do a PhD in America. But that is about it, basically. If you have proper laser knowledge, there's a guy in Sydney looking right now. My laser knowledge is very specific, so I'm not entirely sure what they're looking for. Because I have mostly... need money for safety purposes. The US is like, you know, you stub your toe and you're in, you know, immense medical debt all of a sudden. So, not sure if that's worth it. My laser knowledge is very specifically for whatchamacallit, it's for microscopy. Oh, did it? Bloody hell, I turned off the autofocus. could be a bitter Asian guy making other people suffer in his room alone instead of having to put up with 2 girls dancing in your room. For these kind of things, I would really like to have a little monitor, like over there or something to see. I could put it up on my phone, actually. Might not have been the worst idea, but not well. But yeah, what I was trying to say is that my knowledge of microscopy is, it's not very practical. Like, if you told me to build, or asked me to build a microscopy setup, I couldn't do it. I can use it, fairly well even, but I just don't have the practical experience to actually do that. I have worked with ultra-fast lasers. With the, I assume you mean, I think it's multi-photon, right? You're talking about. I have worked with those. At least those setups are usually a little bit more black boxed, so it's like you just buy something from the creator, sorry, the company. Little rudder. Femtosecond setups, mostly custom builds. There I have worked with so many different ones, I wouldn't be able to tell you precisely if I have experience with it or not. I've worked with ones that are used for turbidity measurements, I've worked with ones that are used for confocal microscopy, I've worked with super resolution microscopy. Bloody hell, what else? I've worked with streak cameras. What else? Bloody hell, so much I've worked with. Like I said, the chances of me being able to use it is very, very high. Just building it is always a bit... Building is something I've worked a little bit with it, right? Like, I've helped a few technicians at university build some stuff. But the thing is that when you actually take one from scratch into use, you have to do a lot of aligning and crap like that. I just haven't done that. If you live in a college town, just go clubbing. You'll find a girl fairly soon. Just find one who's as weird as you, and you'll be set. How do you drop onto this? Hang over? Like this. First of all, you're not... Bloody hell. There we go. Click. Correct. It's very bad at indicating if I'm correct or not. I haven't a clue. I don't think I am. How do you know where you're supposed to do this? I assume it's like this. Seems to work fairly well. Well, you just disconnected. Great. Click. Click out of 2, click out of 3. Anyway, for my PhD, I'm just looking here now. I'll be happy with the position here in the Netherlands. I never really got the idea that the grass is much greener elsewhere. I keep my options open, but my mind is fairly set on this already. Missing you. These are all spare parts. I'm fine with that. Where do you go? Ah, fuck. We'll see. Strudel, do you have an actual application for the Sydney guy somewhere? Or is it like, well, wouldn't say under the radar thing, but you know what I mean. I was wondering if I could read into it. I don't know, I've never heard of it. I think Australia pays fairly well, but I have family there even, so I could just mooch off of them for a while. I'm sure Jingo wouldn't mind letting me sleep on his couch either. Hey, my girlfriend can cook fairly well. Actually, she can cook very, very well. There we go. We're done for now. It's bag 11 done. We'll do 12 later. Yeah, exactly. From what I remember, you mentioned that earlier. Anyway, cheers for watching, everyone. Thank you for watching. No, actually, I'm gonna go. Yeah, the only issue is, of course, living in Australia and having shit internet. See you guys later. Bye bye.